Hello! Jenna and Caroline here.
Our first live together.
Yeah, we've never done one. This is so exciting.
So exciting.
We love working together and styling each other. I think it's a problem and a delight at the same time. So fun. I am so excited to be here today and just talking about this capsule. So I actually did things really differently this time. I am such a rule follower normally, and this time I was like, I'm going to give myself a challenge, and I'm just going to pull the pieces that are calling to me right now that I really want to try on and style. And I pulled a rack of those things, and then I was like, what do these things have in common? And the thing that they all had in common were that they were all natural fibers. And so that was sort of exciting to me because I think that this is a transitional season. You'll see a lot of places getting their pre-fall shipments in, as is Tula. And I think it's always a challenge when it's hot outside to figure out how to make your wardrobe feel very transitional and pieces feel exciting year-round and how to do that. And I think that natural fibers is a really good way to do that. And the reason is because a lot of these fibers, as I'll talk about, are naturally insulating or temperature regulating, so they're really good pieces to work in. I think the other big thing that I noticed about this capsule was that the colors were really fun and very specific, and I think just the way that they worked together felt very earthy and grounded, which sort of worked with this natural fiber. Yeah.
And I think, as we were kind of styling all of our different looks from the capsule and then pulling in a couple of complementary pieces as well, I feel like what really stood out to me was the fact that all of the both fabrications but also colors felt relevant now, but certainly could wear them through the fall, maybe styled slightly differently as it gets chillier.
Absolutely.
And one more thing I'll note is we hear from you guys often and people that come into the store that sometimes customers really want to be put in pieces that are all natural fibers. So this is sort of answering to that as well.
Yeah. And it's not for everybody. This is by no means a capsule to say this is how you have to dress and this is the most important thing. I think there are a lot of different important things, and I think when I like natural fibers is for transition. Because I want to have fabrics that both can make me feel cool and warm if I need it. And so, talking about something like
work through the swings of temperature.
Yes.
And style them different ways. So you'll see, we try to kind of match pieces and style them differently to kind of showcase going maybe from warmer to cooler. But you'll see we're wearing pieces in different ways that really can work through the literal transition of summer, which is very hot here now. Through to the next couple of months, even beyond, where the temperature does start to drop and you are craving more warmth in clothing.
Absolutely. And it's worth, I think it's just worth saying too, it's worth the investment to get some of the 100% leather pieces. You'll just notice the beauty that comes with age with things like this. And so kind of the star of this capsule is this Tibi leather jacket that I can't wait to put on, and I just like talking about how those can be worked in and worn over time. So should I start?
You start.
Great, cool. Well, I was excited. We got this shipment of Le Mans barrel the day that I was pulling this capsule, and I'm always really drawn to red. I know not everyone is.
I'm not. I'll tell you what I selected in a second, but same kind of flavor, different execution, we'll say.
Different, and I feel like it's a personality thing. I feel like on my body, when I'm physically wearing, I'm not always drawn to really loud color, but I like having a pop somewhere. I think Misha's that way, I think Taylor's that way, but then a lot of people who aren't necessarily drawn to that. And so, but what I did like about it is it's not a loud red. I keep lifting my
zoom in so they can see that.
This is,
it's a front
maybe I'll lift it up in a nicer way. I keep doing this. These are the Luna slipper, and they're really, really comfy, but what I loved in this capsule is they kind of hold it from really earthy and one-dimensional to giving it a little bit of flavor and personality. And I think a lot of people are scared to style red and green together because of holidays. And I really think that the tones actually really matter here. I think red and brown really work to soften each other. I think the brown really grounds red. I think whenever you can style a red, a pop of color with a brown, it just really gives you like a softness that I think I crave. I also really love this stealth cardigan by Guest in Residence that I pulled in. You guys loved it too. We're sold out except for this one.
We have a lot of last ones we're featuring today.
Awesome.
So we'll talk through those.
Yes. So this is an extra small. I'm going to be really honest that this cardigan style, because of the length, was a bit tricky for me to style. And so I was trying to figure out how I wanted to make it work. I pulled it because of the color and because I love that it was linen and cashmere. I thought that was really fun. But I'm going to show you two different ways to wear it. Here, I'm showing a lot more skin. For some of you, this might not feel natural. I think adding a blazer or a piece of outerwear makes this so it doesn't look like too much. I think if this was by itself, I think I would feel like, oh my god, that's a lot of skin. Yes.
Yeah.
And I think it's right
It
now.
adds sophistication. I mean, I feel like the blazer really just elevates the entire ensemble.
Yeah. And especially when you're wearing something that's a little bit more casual, like a linen, I think having a really structured blazer really helps. I really like those two things together. And again, like I think it's really playing off of each other. Again, for the warmer weather, I think I would really wear an outfit like this. You get a lot of breeze through here. It's a fun way to wear it. And
you find like to go brunch outfit or even going out to dinner, I feel like fully appropriate, elevated enough, but still very
and I'll show you
short summer.
I'll show them a different way so that you can see them a little bit more. They're not really the star of the show in this. I would say it's the blazer with the cardigan. But just kind of a fun option if you do have a cardigan and you're wanting to play a little bit with your style. It's something to try. It's something that was fun for me. And then I'll show you a more traditional way. So I'll pass it over to
Yeah. So picking up where Jenna left off, this is a Rachel Coney blazer. We're both wearing it. I believe this is 100% wool, right?
It's wool and silk.
Wool and silk. So it does have some natural variegation in texture. It's beautiful. And I liked the heathering with white. So I paired it actually with an outfit that feels much more me. I am more monochrome. I do not like color as much. And I'm not as drawn to that. I feel much better in a we'll call it like sleeker color profile. So I selected these Alex Mill Lucy shorts. These are actually our last ones. I'm a pretty true size 6, and these are actually a size 10. But because they do have a partially elastic waistband at the back, and then they do have a pleat, I kind of just paper bag belted them to make them fit me. So if you are not a size 10, I am confident these could work for you. Of course, if I didn't have the belt, they'd sit a little bit lower. But these are 100% linen, so really appropriate for hotter weather. And then I paired it with our, what is this stuff called?
The classic one.
Classic, yes. Love this, I own this. And then the Dewy Flore tank, which is just a classic white tank with a fun deep V.
And it's 100% cotton.
100% cotton, yep. So the blazer though really becomes the star of the show. Everything else to me is sort of just like a base layer, and then the jacket can really come out to play. And again, loving it with the all white look. And then for my shoe, I am not more neutral, monotone as I said. So I selected a burgundy flat, again a leather Lamont Barrow flat. And this adds some personality, adds some character, but still for me feels very appropriate and comfortable within the color scheme that I have going on. So
I love.
Yeah, so fun. I feel like I would wear this to run errands, but I also could wear this out to dinner.
Yeah. I love that the shorts really give it a more casual feel. So this is the stealth cardigan kind of by itself. Nothing wrong with wearing it this way too. Like it's definitely an option. What I love about this cardigan is I kind of feel like it's ageless. No matter what demographic you're in, I think you can find a way to style it. So this is definitely an option. I also tried crossing it and just putting it in the shorts like this. Super casual and again, really lightweight. So just another way to wear it if you didn't want to show all the skin that I was showing before. But still love it with the red. I think this is a really fun pop of color. I was gonna say these shorts, these Alex Mill Hudson are on markdown right now. This is the last one. I'm wearing a size extra small, but I do have it cinched quite a lot. So if you are a size small, don't be afraid of these. I do think they have, with the elastic waistband, quite a bit of room. So I think smalls, extra smalls, I think both of you could fit in this short. So snag it before it's gone. And oh my gosh, look at this new guest in residence we just got.
Yeah, so I guess in this first series of looks, I'm more like the summer profile and
I'm the fall
profile. But again, really do want to showcase how pairing colors in different ways can create a very different effect. So this still feels very, very appropriate for hot summer days or summer evenings because of the white. But the seafoam green is such a fun color. This is a new guest in residence sweater. I'm wearing a size medium, so it is slightly oversized. I kind of like creating a little bit of a waist, the same belt, same short. The seafoam with the brown and white is kind of the main color. Really reads a lot more summer, but you really can, as Jenna has shown, pair it back with a brown, which gives it much more of a fall flavor. So we really love the seafoam color as, again, colors to really prioritize going into the fall. And this works really well with the blazer on top. Yeah, the seafoam's just awesome. It really adds a spark of personality, but really can play now and in the coming months.
Love it.
Love it.
Okay, so I'm going to style this a little bit on camera. Hope you don't mind. I think it's always helpful. I'm going to change gears with my shoe choice and do the babouche heel. Love to pull in a suede in this collection just because of, again, such a fun fiber to see, and also one that we know ages really well. Sorry, this is so hard. Okay, so I was just watching a style video by the Ministry of Styles, two British women, and they talk about how to wear button-ups. And so this is something we talk about all the time. We talk about this all the time. If I were to say what is the most common conversation we have in the stores, how to style a button-up. And a lot of times people really feel like really making yourself tailored here is how to make your best shape. But if you do, what they were mentioning is if you're feeling sort of self-conscious in this area, what they tell you to do is not intuitive at all. It's actually to unbutton more than you think and give it a tuck somewhere and actually show skin. And the reason is because it actually draws attention away from this area. And so if it is something that really, like just tucking it in the back.
Tuck that in the back?
Yeah.
Turn around so we can
Just a little tuck. That's all it is. So I just tucked it in the back of my pants.
Yeah, it looks very effortless.
Yeah, and this is something that I think that immediately upon looking at this outfit, I think you're like, oh, I'm a certain age, I can't make this work. And I think that that's untrue. Come in the store and style with me and I'll help you and we'll talk about it together. But actually two old British women talking Ministry of Style, and this is the thing that they suggested. So thought I would mention it here. I love this next look. This is our Denimus Lucy in a really beautiful off-white, and then our super light featherweight cotton Frank and Eileen, which I love in this color. I think because it still gives that natural vibe that I was going for. And I think I want to show too, never underestimate the power of a belt, because I think this really ties everything together. You can see it obviously without the belt, and it looks good, and I like how it looks, but having the belt with all of this really just pulls it all together. So I think if you have been waiting to get a really good belt, now's the time. I think as we go into fall, invest in a really, really great belt. I love our I love these
Yeah,
classical belts.
I think we both own it.
We both do,
And
yeah.
it just adds dimension. I feel like the color is so perfect year round, specifically when it's fall.
And again, like playing with different textures, love adding the leather in here. And this is just a super simple monochrome look. Like this by itself, but then we'll bring in the hero piece to really showcase this all together. So I'll pass it over to you.
Yeah. Okay, so here's where we depart from kind of showing the same thing different ways, although Jenna will bring everything back to these hero pieces. So as I said before, this is the Rachel Comey, I believe, Hearst blazer, which is a beautiful wool silk. These are the matching or coordinating pants. These are called the Rior pants. I'm a pretty typical, as I said, size 6. These are both in a size 8. I intentionally wanted them to feel a little more oversized, a little looser, again, especially in months where it's a bit warmer. I don't like anything tight on my body. I mean, going into fall, I think it just gives a really kind of cool, sophisticated look to have a little more space. I am a sets girl. I like having a set. I don't always want to coordinate and wear it together, but I love having that option. And so here I've paired our Teak Joe sandal. There's a lot of skin you see on my foot, so I feel like that adds a feminine touch to a slightly masculine pant, especially when it's a bit oversized. The diploma belt.
Look at the power of this belt.
Yeah, power of belt. Same tank I was wearing before, and then the blazer, the same Rachel Comey blazer. I feel like I can also put it fully on and style it this way as well. This to me just feels really easy. You could throw this on, I feel amazing, I look put together, but I'm incredibly comfortable, and as Jenna said, temperature regulated because of the fabrication. And I've also pulled in this Nelly Loan bag. This clutch is 100% suede and just really elevates the outfit. One other option in terms of styling, so first I put this on and I'm like, is this too kind of literal?
Yeah.
But then the more I put the kind of word around, I love the suit together because I feel like with the interesting fabrication, the detail, it feels special, but also very chill. So you're not, not trying too hard, I'm not too precious. But I also liked this tight around my waist. The jacket has a really beautiful, I guess what would you call this, like polka dot motif inspired lining. So I did also like just tying it around my waist in a really effortless fashion. If it is hot, and then I can throw it on my shoulders or throw it on if I'm wanting more. I love this. This is very fun.
Okay, so if I have a fashion or style motto, it's the difference between wearing something with great style and no style is usually just one tweak. And so I think everyone knows how to wear a leather jacket normally. But what I love about this Tibby zip-up jacket is that you can play with the zipper and give yourself more elongation. So I think because this is a size large, it's probably not what I would typically take, especially in Tibby.
Sized up in a lot of things.
Yes.
But with this color palette, I feel like it works.
It's really
sophisticated stuff.
Yeah, and I think it really belonged in this capsule, so I think size didn't scare me. I felt like this is a piece I could still really feel like me in, even if it's a couple sizes too big. And again, when you're talking about size, I think we posted this video on our socials this week, that it's like, it's less important if it's your size and more important with how you want it to fit. How do you want it, how will you wear it? How is it practical for you? And this is definitely how I would do it, so just a simple pulling it up. This to me makes the whole outfit feel a lot more casual, but still I think
And what's
you're
actually
looking at
normally
the
into
jacket.
small or extra small?
In Tibby, depending on the piece, it's like extra small sometimes.
Because I'm thinking definitely, I'm normally a smaller medium, probably mostly a medium, but this large works for me because I didn't want it tight on my hips.
I wouldn't get your true size in it. I think you should go up a couple of sizes just because this really worked. I've tried it on in my styling videos with the shorts as well. I really liked that look too. I think it just works oversized because it gives that, we talk about this a lot, but that borrowed from the boys feel. Like this could be my husband's leather jacket that I'm styling, and I really love that. And then I pulled in this Rachel Comey purse that the color is so beautiful. This sage green really gives the capsule, again, more dimension. I think pulling in a few colors like that. Yeah, so this is just adding one thing to this monochrome look. And love these denim-ish ones. We are only like two maybe left. So yeah, we have only
honestly, so many of our pre-fall things have blown off the shelves. I feel like everyone's craving,
everyone is loving
less summer, more transitional. And these pieces are all great because they work.
And
Sorry,
leather.
I'm talking here.
Leather is so great for the fall. And again, you could take this into the winter too. I do think that there were days this summer that also I would have worn it with a light short too. So it really is seasonless piece. So
yeah. Okay, I wanted to show these real pants a couple of different ways. So I guess starting, bring that up in a second. Jenna was talking about styling button-ups, and this is one hack I love. This is the Shirley. I know we feature this often, the Frank and Eileen Shirley, but I love it just because this is a size small. Gives you a lot of room to play with. But with the trouser, I think I would do a little tie. Doing it on camera is always good.
it's always hard.
Fun. It's like, let's make this work. And I actually think I'd take off the belt. So tying it is another kind of fun way where I'm not revealing anything per se, but it is giving me that natural waist and a bit of a feminine touch. And then in this, doing this real time, I did a I don't even know what you call that, where you pinch the back and roll up the pant. So I kind of gave it a cuff. But the result is it just has a totally different profile and shape. And I would do no belt with this. You can see the pleating and the beautiful closure. You really don't need a belt with these pants. You can't add a belt just for interest. But this is a really fun look. This feels very, like I said, appropriate for hot days, summer evenings, and then could certainly pair, throw on a sweater and or the matching jacket if I wanted to bring this into the cooler days of fall. It's funny, when I knew I was doing this capsule, Jenna, I was like, I don't know that I'm really a huge fan of a lot of these pieces, but now that I have them on, this is the case that always happens, I'm sold. I really love them. And then I did want to show, obviously I'm showing it with this white Shirley. Jenna pulled in a check, which she'll talk about after she has on, but this is the French blue. I'm kind of drawn to more solid versus patterned, and this would be a really fun alt, if you will, with these pants. I probably would style it in a similar, maybe tied or maybe just tucked in a little bit in the front because this is Eileen, so less roomy. But this is a great color to bring in with the browns.
I do think we may have talked about this, that blue sort of works as a neutral in a wardrobe.
We talked about this seafoam green, we're going to really talk about the blue.
Yeah, the blue felt like another neutral for me. Sometimes this reads as, it kind of goes with everything, I think because it reads like a denim.
Yeah.
This is like a denim shirt, you know, it could read like that. I did pull in the bow shirt by Serena that is actually a denim, but I love the subtle pattern to this that wasn't super loud. Yeah, Caroline's going to put on the bow.
And you know what I like about that is the pants definitely feel like more of a fall fabric, the look and feel, and it's like a mini gingham almost. The shirt.
Definitely.
So it feels summer, it feels very transitional.
And this is one that, the more that I put it on, this is one that I just want to take home with me. So it just feels so good. This cotton, again, 100% cotton. We know that Frank and Eileen ages so well. You cannot go wrong with adding more pieces of them to your wardrobe. And so we love putting them in capsules and always do. Here I also gave it a roll. I gave it less of a skinny roll just because of my shoe choice. I'm back in the blue heels. This outfit could also work with the red Luna slippers as well, but I think it gives the pants just a more
these pants, I feel like often with the trouser, I feel like it's hard to style the leg differently.
Yeah.
These work
in
a variety of different formats, if you will, and because they have that guess, wool component, I do find that they stay rolled. Sometimes if
Yeah.
it's more of a lighter wool or more silk,
You just come
they
like
just
that. Well, and I do think I like this on Caroline and this on me, and partly because her legs are a lot longer than mine, and so for me, having a more straight leg really works. But I love, like, this really elongates and it gives it
Yeah.
more feminine.
And this feels casual.
It does feel
I
like
kind of tend to crave a bit more laid back casual element. So here I just threw on the denim, Zorane, what was this called, the bow? And this is a size small. I'm probably normally a medium, but as you can see, like, there is room for sure. Here I wouldn't tie it. I kind of like it because it is more casual, doing a partial tuck just to have that waist, keep the bag open. This to me, I do love adding a little Western flair. This feels
yeah.
kind of Western and
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Like a suede bag. I know, this feels very, I didn't try this on before, but
And
I did now.
it's fun to have, you know, when you look at these pieces and they're all 100% cotton, it's just crazy all the ways we spin cotton because it feels
Yeah.
so, this is such a different hand feel than this.
Yeah.
But both are 100% cotton. And I just find that fascinating. Maybe it's because I'm a nerd. But I love fabrics. I really love studying fabrics and how they work on the skin. And I think when you feel really comfortable and you feel really good in something, it shows. And I think your style comes through when you feel comfortable and when you're not trying to be something that you're not.
And one thing we alluded to it, but I think it is worth calling it out directly, is that being really cognizant, not only how you want something to feel fit-wise, but what fabrics feel good to your skin.
Yes. And I think that's why I was drawn to these pieces. It was less about the actual cut of them, and it was more how it felt to me, and maybe that's just how I shop. I like the feel of something. I like to actually physically hold it. My husband can always tell if I'm going to buy something because I need to take it around the store and just feel it. And so, yeah, I'll just be carrying it and feeling it. So sometimes that's important to you, sometimes it's not. It's going to resonate with some and not with others, and that's okay. We just like to give you options. Very different feel than like the black and white capsule. Both are amazing, both are great, and I think they will resonate with different people. So I also wanted to just quickly point out the accessories. We did get a bunch of lace specs in, and these ones are so fun. I'll give you, they've got a little blue tint, so this is why I pulled these in. Sorry about the squat, I think they're so fun. With a little bit of tortoise on the side. We have so many styles in, so you will for sure be able to find a pair that works with your face shape and what you're looking for. Some are polarized, some are not, so you'll see that reflected. We'll write that on the website, so if that's important to you, some are polarized, some are not, but all good for sun protection. And lace specs, I have quite a few in my collection, and I wear them all the time. I've taken them to the beach, I've taken them traveling, and they just are really easy. They're not super delicate because I, as a person, will drop them. Not saying that you should, but if that happens, these are a really good stand the test of time piece. So yeah, tons of lace specs in the store, and then also we didn't bring any of these pieces, but I thought I should mention too that we also just got a bunch of Jerome dry fit bags. There's my Minnesotan accent. I just said bags. That's so funny. Every once in a while it'll come out. We have a lot of these leather bags that are beautiful. Again, will age really well. So
100% suede, 100% leather.
yes.
They all work with the tones that we have selected for this capsule.
Yeah. And Caroline is pulling in a few items that weren't in the capsule, but are on the same vein. I mean, like the guest in residence, a different outer wear piece, but again, it's denim-ist, 100% cotton. So you're kind of sticking with the theme, but also bringing in a few other options in case you didn't resonate with this.
Yeah, just based on how we're wearing, as I said, I tend to be a little more casual. I have 2 young kids. I'm often like throwing something on that I can go to camp, take my kids to camp, go pick them up, have work meetings, and then feel put together for dinner also. So it's like we need the range.
Yeah, absolutely.
But so Jen was wearing these earlier. These are the Lucy Denim-ist Pant and Barley. I am normally a 27 in Denim-ist. These are a size 30. We have very few left, but I really wanted to style them because I love them so much.
I sized up 2 sizes.
So I want to show you, like, they've They definitely sit low, but the 30 really works. Slightly different, I guess, fit clearly than if I were wearing the 27, but I really like the relaxed vibe, especially with the rich browns. I feel like it really is nice.
Can I mention something about the fit of these too? I've had quite a few people come in with these and be like, oh my gosh, my butt disappeared.
Yeah.
That is intentional. It is a boyfriend fit, so you are going to see that. It's okay. You can have denim that are both. You know, if you want to have a little bit more of your shape showing. I also think that for running errands, for like having more of a boyfriend fit, it's kind of nice sometimes. Maybe you just don't
Definitely functional.
Yeah.
But very fashionable too. I find that
that's the fit.
With the more boyfriend, and I, like I said, own these in an ivory, I own these in a denim. I always like to do a belt. To me, that just makes it feel a little more finished because they are oversized and a bit looser. The belt adds a little sophistication. Also, the shoe choice can really change up the look. So I decided to throw on the Lemon Barrel Bordeaux colored flats. But even with just a true flip flop, this would feel very like casual, you know, running around. But with the shoe with a little bit more intention, or a little more substance rather, it really can make the pant feel more put together. So this shoe the Joe has lacing up, so it just feels a little more feminine. You can see the skin on my foot, so I think that really can change the dynamic of how the pants feel.
Absolutely.
And then this is the Brady tee, Vanilla One Brady tee. We just got this in, and it's the color espresso, so it's chocolate brown. Yeah, it's flying. There's very few left. But actually, both of these pieces are fairly oversized, which, as Jenna said, sometimes that can be intimidating and feel too much of a departure from where some of you know, are now or want to be. And I want this to be an example that two oversized pieces with the right accessories can feel very sophisticated, very chic. And I would not look at myself and say, oh my gosh, she's drowning in her clothes. No. They look too big. You know, that slight tuck, the belt, the shoe, really pulls it all together.
Absolutely. Yeah. It makes such a huge difference. And just so you know, I think just sometimes the way that we're taught to like, how is this fit? I think jeans are like, oh, it's supposed to hug your
right. I need to like showcase my waist in every.
And you don't have to, if that's important to you. We can help you find a pair that does have that. But I think try it, step outside your comfort zone every once in a while. I think the feel and the comfortability really speak.
Even adding, so we see a style a lot with either a button-up or a shirt or a sweater around our waist. And that is intentional because that does create some definition. So while both of these pieces are oversized and intentionally a bit looser, I still have some definition around my waist. And this is a really fun way to bring in that pop of seafoam green, which is gorgeous with this barley and brown tone. This would be a great moment to pull in a blue around my waist. And that can be a really easy kind of pop of color throughout the day. You could take this on or take this off, actually put it on as a sweater, tie it around your neck. I go back and forth with whether this looks too preppy, but I think when the sleeves are down, it can feel kind of modern and just another pop. So this is something definitely I would wear. And then I did want to show, as we are transitioning into fall, I was talking with Jenna about this, that like in my head, like, oh, you know, really only wearing jackets when I'm wearing a sweater, but jackets can be great with a long sleeve shirt, with shorts or short sleeve shirt. Jenna pulled the Tippy leather jacket. I decided to pull this Denimist Shelton coat. I actually just bought this myself, so I am an actual fan.
Last one.
It's the last one. But this is 100% cotton. It has, again, an oversized fit, but because of the way the buttons are and the pockets are cut, it feels very flattering and chic. It just really pulls the outfit together. And then one fun little feature I want to show you.
This is the best part.
The best part. It's hard with my hair, a lot of hair. Is it's a beautiful corduroy, oversized, exaggerated collar. And then when we do truly get into fall and those colder days, you can button it. And this just feels like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for this. And even now, I mean, I feel like going up to Vail this weekend, it's chilly there. It's in like the 60s, low 70s at night. I feel like I'm going to bring these jeans, and a sandal, and just throw this on top of a t-shirt in lieu of a sweater. So a lot of our transitional outerwear truly can be treated as not like the equivalent of a sweater, I guess.
But I hope too, like with these outerwear pieces and also bringing in a matching set, you can kind of see all the different ways you can mix and match all of these pieces. These would look great with this jacket.
This would really tone the pants down.
This would match, the blue would work with this. So all of these, again, with the capsule wardrobe, you're trying to mix and match and make everything work with everything. And this is something I really would throw on, and it doesn't have to be so literal as wearing the suit exactly how you see it. I think you can just make it feel like you. For me, I've got to have always one untucked or unkempt element to feel like me. So for me, it's how I do the tuck. But for you, it could be the roll of a pant and a flip flop like this. It could be a lot of different things. So
well, I feel like that's one of the reasons in my personal style philosophy I love buying sets, because you can have that literal together.
Yes. But
then you can style. I mean, this we didn't even show it, but this you should put this on with the jeans. This would be very cute. It's gonna be a little bit small, probably, but actually no. This might be mine. I mean, this feels very
super great.
Awesome with this brown t-shirt.
Yeah.
Show this. But again, the jacket could be worn with this denim, with the true denim. The pants, as we showed, can be worn in a multitude of ways. Just really gives you a lot of options.
Yeah.
And especially we talk a lot about capsule